And we're back. All right, guys. So someone called me, so it ruined my last video, so I have to do this again. But anyways, welcome back, baby. I'm gonna walk through all the components. Try to take at least 2 to 3 minutes on each of the components. So I'm gonna try to keep that time frame. And so, firstly, it's the motherboard, and I want to say it's one of the 2 to 3 most important components here. What you do here, what motherboard you buy here, kind of determines all the things that you what you can do with the your computer build in general. So if it has Wi-Fi on it, if it has, if you can hook high speed or USB 0.3 or all that kind of stuff, all that relies on this right here. So I wanted to get a pretty good motherboard in general, and so I got an X series X37. So really I was supposed to get for my, I guess, Ryzen build was like a X27 or something like that. But I wanted to go a little bit up because the cool thing with Ryzen, and the reason why I stuck with Ryzen's CPUs or AMD CPUs rather than Intel, is because Ryzen's, they're backwards and forward compatible motherboard wise. So if I wanted to get a brand new 27X Ryzen CPU right now with this CPU, it works. If I wanted to get the 3rd generation, which hasn't even came out yet, this CPU, this motherboard works. And so it's so much better than Intel, where every time they put out a new CPU, you have to get a new motherboard with it. And so just imagine if the CPU, typically speaking, may cost you $200-300, then you have to also, every time, if you want to build a new one, get a new $50 to $100 motherboard. And I thought that's ridiculous. If I spend a good amount of money on the motherboard, so I didn't cheap out, I got like a $110 motherboard, I can keep using this over and over. So I get my money's worth, I feel like if you do Intel, you must be rolling in money. So this is insane. So some of the things the reason why I got this one, I spent a little extra dough on it, is because some of these slots, as you can see, they're silver, they're metal. And that helps it make sure that you can reuse it, so you can keep putting things in and out of it without any worries. And this one and these PCIe slots here, they prevent graphics card slump. So it goes like this less. So it doesn't slouch down and it makes it look unattractive and eventually damage the card. So I don't want none of that. And then another reason, because it's black, my theme is black space. Just like Rick and Morty up there, space. And so another reason is it has some of the ports here are really nice. So we have the typical USB 2, we got HDMI, plenty of those, USB 3.1, which is that really gigabit fast, gigabit fast lane CPU. And then we have 3.1 Gen 2. Okay, this is really good. Type C connection, and that's really like Thunderbolt, as Apple has it called Thunderbird, and other call it. It's just really fast gigabit speed wise connections here. So I was like, yo, this is amazing. And so it really covers pretty much everything. Of course, I have all the sound things because I'm going to be doing videos here, so that's going to definitely come in handy when I hook those up. So it really covers everything content creator and gamer wise for me. And of course, it has all the description over here with all the technologies I just explained to you. And so that's mainly the reason why I got this. It's really good carbon, it has this like carbon fiber look, which I really like, and it's really gorgeous, guys. So this is the motherboard I got, and it comes with free LED strips. So it's just really, for what I got it for, because I got it for Black Friday, but like excellent deal. So let's move on to the next one, guys. Nextly, we got my headphone set here. You guys seen this. Self-explanatory. I want to eventually doing reviews over videos, doing reviews over like video games, and so what I need for that is I want you guys to hear me a lot more clearly. So right now I'm straight with my phone, and so of course you're gonna probably hear an echo-ish type of thing, or like where noises are bouncing off everywhere. The quality is not that great. And so you won't be able to hear my true voice, guys. And I know how you love my sexy voice. Yeah. But I'm going to get monetized for that. But yeah, so yeah. And so that's why I got this, what is this? You didn't see that. I got Audio Technica, very good studio. They've been known to make headphones. They're known to make microphones for many years. So they're trusted when it comes down to good sound quality. And it comes with free headphones, awesome. So I can hear myself as I speak in its best possible quality. And it comes with a little bar here so that I can, just hook it on something and speak my mind, on wherever I want, on my desk or not. So I don't have to buy that. So this is great. Perfect. Won't spend much time on that because who cares about headphones and microphones? Well, I imagine you guys do, but maybe we'll go in deeper content when I'm like down the line famous, I'm already talking on my mic, you know what I'm saying? And then here next we got is the graphics card here. And this baby. This is what like really pumps the like hardcore, like this gets the heart on, okay? So what I mean by that, this is the graphics card. So when I'm playing video games, when I'm doing video editing, the two major components dealing with those two is the CPU and the graphics card, right? So the power of your CPU and the power of your graphics cards kind of go hand in hand. And, depending on which is faster, which is more powerful, you get a little bottleneck. But that's something down the line. I'm more than sure Linus Tech, Tech Tips has explained bottlenecks many times before and what happens and how that happens. But long story short, bottleneck is like one or the other, either the graphics card or the CPU are waiting on one each other because one is faster than the other. And so it's kind of being held back in a sense because the other component cannot keep up. But these two components work well with each other. I think, if anything, Ryzen will probably end up being bottlenecked by the graphics cards when it comes to 4K. And so we have a long way to go to 4K, guys, but eventually we will get there when I get the funds and when we continue to grow. And so the reason why I got this is I got this graphics card, the GeForce GTX 1080. And the reason for that is quite simple. AMD hasn't came out with anything comparable to this. At least not as yet. They have something in line, but usually what they compete with is the 1060s and the 1070s. And that's just not quite something I want. I wanted something that I can game at 60 frames per second and I can edit fairly quickly. And AMD just, so far they've been helping with the affordable for a dollar for your buck, but they just have not done anything high performance quite yet. And so I'm quite waiting on that. So I instead just went with a GTX 1080, which is one of like high class cards. Now there's the next series has came out as RTX 20 series, but I'm not really serious about that. And I've been kind of forewarned that those cards have been doing things where they their memory sets or they degrade over time really quickly. So I don't want to get into that, but that's why I kind of didn't want to go with them. They're really sketchy. So and one that I want to have 60 frames per second. The reason why I got it is because it's black and it's sexy. Ooh, and we know we like that sexy. We love sexy things here, and so I made sure that it stuck with the theme. Zotac is a very good brand, and that's why I got it. And they come with really great fans. So moving on to the next, because we don't got much time left. We have the memory. So for my memory, for my long-term memory, and I don't care about really how fast memory is. I got this hard drive here. It's 3 terabytes, self-explanatory, 72,000 RPM per second, something like that. So it's a lot faster than a 56. You guys really don't know anything about that. It's a lot of nerd stuff going on with this, but long story short, I wanted large storage, and so I had to stick with this. And Toshiba is a really good band, so it's kind of a no-brainer. I got it on sale for like, I want to say $70, $100, 70 around a $75 range. So it was a steal for me, honestly. All this is Black Friday. All right. Ryzen, we've been saying this a lot. Ryzen. Well, long story short, I love Ryzen, okay? It's literally the best. It's a beautiful socket, beautiful chip. Let me see if it focuses on. Can you see it? No, not so much. But yes, so Ryzen 1700X. So this is specifically for or more branded towards editing, and it's great for gaming too. I want to say it's up to 6 gigabytes or 3.4 gigabytes gigahertz per second, and it's 6. I want to say 6 like RAM, like eight gigabytes of RAM, something like that. something along those lines, where it has a lot of it's 6 to 8 cores. That's what I was trying to figure out. Like, what am my brain saying? 6 cores. So yes, and it's sexy. Look at that. Little texture there. It's a sexy card, and it's going to do a lot. It's going to help me a lot with video editing, and so I'm very excited about using this in the future. So yeah, I am excited. AMD, when AMD came out with that, I actually literally rated on it. Like, it was literally a whole thing saying wait on Ryzen, and you know what? I am so happy because it's like really dollar for the buck here. Let's switching over to this, and this is self-explanatory, guys. Power supply. One of the most important things, because you know what, if you cheap out on this, like, people really do like slip up and cheap out on a power supply, and what end up happening is they zap their systems. You do not want to do that, guys. You want to get a pretty decent power supply, and mine, I believe, is 80 plus gold. And so there's some ranking systems on with that, but long story short, it says it has high efficiency, 80. So the closer you get to 100, it kind of tells how efficient or the power supply is, or how much energy does it waste through heat and all other types of noise on this. So I got 80 plus gold because it's reliable, and then I got a 750x watt, something like that. And the reason for that is because it's going to be, if I wanted to update, I have the ability to update. So it will save some time on that, and say I can have 2 graphics card, or if I update to a more demanding CPU, it all works out for me, you know what I'm saying? So this is why I got that. It's a beauty, and guess what? It's black. So it's going to go with my build perfectly. And lastly, we got 2 little components here. We have the CPU cooler. So what this is going to do, this is going to allow me to be able to overclock this Ryzen CPU, and which means I will be able to get more power and more editing skills, and then speed it up. And it's going to be able to run at a cooler. If I would overclock it with just air, I wouldn't be able to, first of all, I wouldn't be able to overclock it, and it shortens the life if you overclock something and you don't heat it properly. And so I went with this because first by black and white, and this is kind of like the showpiece of my computer, right? This is my thought process with this is that this is the black hole, guys. So it's, the tubing is black, the cooling liquid is black, and the outside is white. And I figured, okay, the outside is to a vent horizon where light actually escapes, and then in here is black, right? So no light really escapes as it gets into this area here. So that's kind of like the nerdy reason when I looked at it, and I was like, okay, I gotta have it. So this is the showpiece here. This is gonna be my showpiece, is the black hole, essentially, where all my components will complement its beauty. And I found it in GamerStorm. I saw another YouTuber have it, and I was like, wow. I saw a black version, it was black and red, and I was like, that's not exactly what I want to go with. But when I saw this black and white, I was like, yo, it must be mine. It must be mine. And then lastly, guys, I'm going to go with this guy because we already seen the case, and I've already spoke kind of on more details than that. I got the RAM stick. So another important component, especially when it comes down to dealing with Ryzen. Ryzen loves fast RAM sticks, and these are about as fast as I can find it at what my price range that I was liking. So it was 16 gigabytes, so perfect, because like Ryzen loves lots of memory. And then also it's clocked over DDR4, which is kind of like the new, I wouldn't say it's new, it's not new anymore, but it's kind of the basis where all RAM sticks are right now. And it can be clocked up to 3000, which is perfect, like I said, because Ryzen loves quick speed, lots of RAM. It loves lots of RAM, and also likes fast RAM. So this is perfect, and it goes with that black and silver, black and white. So it's got this kind of metallic look with it, kind of like airplane feel with it. And we can always say, hey, it's because we're rocking and we're blasting off. Yes, you look creative. Okay, this is what we need. We need creativeness, right? So okay, guys. Other than that, we got these 2 things. Not really important. Not really something that you we need to discuss on. So I'm gonna end the video here, guys. I could not get 10 today. I'm sorry, but it got close to it. So I want to help. Thank you everyone that watches these videos, and I'll be back. And I think about setting a date to make the CPU this weekend, or sometimes Monday or Tuesday. So I keep you up on that. I have another video kind of discussing what my thought process is, and that one probably will be 10 minutes. So all right, guys. Thank you for watching Beastin TV. Follow me at stay_Darnell on Instagram. If you want to find me on Snapchat, find me on stay_KDarn22. And of course, if you find me at stay Beastin TV on YouTube, and I'll put all the links below or on the video somewhere. So have a good day, guys, and I'll be out. Peace.